For some reason, I don't know how, I don't know why, I'm not against it, but like the spirit of Sauron, Scooby-Doo has endured. And somehow, some way, it's still pretty popular. Look, as hated as Velma is, did you see the viewership numbers on that show?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy high. So, like, say whatever you want. People are tuning in to watch Scooby-Doo content.
Rob Haight watched it.
Right? Yeah, Rob's favorite pastime is hate watching.
No.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll give credit where credit's due. I watched the first couple of episodes of Velma. There were a couple of moments that made me chuckle and laugh. Most of them did not.
No.
And it was just, this is just a bad show, but so many people watched it. Well, getting a different memo than everybody else, Netflix has decided that they're going to do a live action Scooby-Doo show. Now, this news came out the other day, but this comes to us from the folks who are at Screen Rant, who wrote this. A live action Scooby-Doo series is in development at Netflix, focusing on a mystery-solving gang, Freddy, Daphne, Velma, and Shaggy, and their talking canine Scooby-Doo. The franchise began all the way back in 1969 with Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Since then, the property's gone on. Velma's big hit, blah, 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 blah. So this thing's coming.
It's coming.
So I thought we would take a second here and go over who maybe, just maybe, we could see playing the various roles in
All right.
in Scooby-Doo. This is going to be live action. So we've got 4 roles. We got Fred, Daphne, Shaggy, and Velma, right?
Now, is this a young adult version, or are they going to go a little older?
I have no idea.
Okay, so it's the age is open.
So we're going to go. Now, obviously, the greatest guy to ever play the role of Fred was Freddie Prinze Jr. He's probably a little, I think he'll be the first one to tell you he's a little aged out of that now. But if they went back to Freddie, I wouldn't mind that one bit. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through 5 options for each.
That's cute.
And then I want each one of you jackals to give me a scale of 1 to 10 on where you would put that particular pick.
Yeah.
All right? Okay. Here we go. So we're going to start with Fred. 5 options for Fred.
Okay.
For Fred, my first option I'm going to present to you is Dylan O'Brien. Who, and that was the Netflix movie Love and Monsters.
Yeah.
Was great in that.
Is he named Maze Runner?
He was in the Maze Runner.
Yeah, he was.
He was he's just done a lot of good stuff. And when I look at him, I kind of see a Fred. I just kind of see, now got to get the hair a little bit blonde there.
Sure.
Get from there, but I think he's got a good Fred look. So Rob, we'll start with you. 1 to 10 for Dylan O'Brien for Fred.
Give him about a 7.
Oh, you're going to go a size of 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Jonathan?
I'm gonna go 6.
You're going to go a 6 for Dylan O'Brien. Ray?
5.
A 5 for Dylan O'Brien. Okay. So Dylan O'Brien gets those scores. Let's move on to my next one. This next one is a guy who I actually don't think is a very good actor. But
I'm gonna give him a 10.
but for some reason, I think he could really do this role. And I'm talking about Liam Hemsworth
All right.
as Fred. When I think about the kind of role he would need to play, listen, this isn't Shakespeare. I can kind of see him. So my next pick is going to be Liam Hemsworth. Rob, scale of 1 to 10.
Dude, I got to say, I like that pick. I'll go 8 on that one.
Going to go 8 on that one.
I'm going to go 8 because I think, yeah.
I think
A real earnest kind of Dudley Do-Right type Fred. I could definitely see that.
Okay, Jonathan?
I'm gonna up mine from 6 to 7 on.
All right, so we seem to prefer the Liam Hemsworth. Ray?
I'm going to go with Rob with an 8.
An 8. All right, so Liam Hemsworth is getting a good score here. Okay, let's go to my next one. This is a guy who is just some other famous guy's cousin, but he's proven himself to be actually pretty good in almost everything I've seen him in. He's got a great series on Amazon right now called Upload. Robbie Amell, younger cousin of Stephen Amell. Robbie Amell has just gone on to prove himself to be really good. That Amazon series he's got, if you've never seen, it's pretty cool. He's a guy who dies, but he lives in a society where the technology exists that if they catch you before you die, they can upload your entire consciousness into online stuff. So Robbie Amell is my next pick. 1 to 10, Rob, what do you think?
I'm going to give him a 7. I don't like him as much as Liam Hemsworth.
All right, Jonathan?
Do we know how old he is?
He's under 30, I think.
Okay.
I aimed for under 30 on all these people.
All right. So, what did I say for Liam? 7. I'll give him. Yeah, I'll tie him at 7.
He's
Okay.
36.
Oh, he's
Ooh,
36.
Okay,
Oh,
you know what? No.
But he looks.
I know, but I look
he
too.
could pass for a senior college student. So anyway, Ray, what do you think?
I got a 4 on that.
I'm bringing him back to a 6.
You're gonna go on a 4 and a 6. Okay, so there we go.
Gotta
All
roll
right,
that in.
two more left. I have really enjoyed this guy since the first season I saw him in on television, and then he's just gone on to be really good, working with the aforementioned Stephen Amell in his Heels show. I'm talking. Why can't I get the picture to come up here? Give me 1 second. Sorry.
All right.
I am talking about. Come on, picture. There we go. I'm talking about Alexander Ludwig, who played Bjorn Ironside in Vikings, and has done a couple of rom-com stuff like that. Was solid in that. I mean, he can be the hunky guy. I think he's a terrific actor. Anyway, Rob, what would you think about Ludwig?
I like that idea. I'll give him an 8 too.
You're going to go with an 8 on
I'll
him,
go with
Jonathan?
an 8.
I'm gonna go 7 on that one.
Okay, we got a 7. Ray?
3.
3, doesn't like it.
Oh, don't like it.
Not liking that one. Okay.
No Ludwig can
no
be Fred.
Ludwig for you. Okay. This next one is a little different and maybe a little too similar, some might say, to a previous show that he's done. But I actually could see him as this. From Riverdale, KJ Appa, Archie from Riverdale.
I kind of like this one.
Now, some people might say it's a little bit too much like playing an Archie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I get that, but I actually think he'd be a pretty decent Fred. Rob, what do you think?
I think you're right. He would be, but I'm going to give him a 7 only because
you give everyone a 7 whether you like
Yeah,
them or
your
not.
7s across the board.
No,
here.
they're not.
Oh, you gave one guy an 8.
No, I get 2 guys an 8.
Okay,
I gave
2
him,
guys an 8.
I gave him
Why don't you
Mel
bold and give him a 4?
and yeah, no,
All right, Jonathan,
No, I don't care. I'm gonna go an 8.
you're gonna go an 8 on
Yeah,
that one,
yeah.
right?
6.
typecasting.
6.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Liam
I don't care,
Hemsworth
typecast
is my favorite.
He's my favorite,
out of
too.
all the ones.
Okay. So
He's
we
got
had
bills to pay.
Dylan
Typecast
O'Brien,
him
Liam Hemsworth, Robbie Amell, Alexander Ludwig, KJ Appa. Is there any names that you would throw out there that I'm forgetting on Fred, or that I didn't bring up for Fred?
Oh man.
No, nobody's got one.
Not that I see as a Fred right off the bat.
Yeah. True.
All right. Well, then let's move on, shall we, to the next character. We're talking about Daphne.
Daphne.
Maybe the first bombshell a lot of us as kids saw on things. So, Daphne's got to have a strength and a beauty, right? Because that's kind of
And
the
red hair.
essentials. Well, yeah, but that can be done in the makeup chair. Doesn't matter. So you need to have a strength and a beauty because those are like really defining factors of the character. So I'm going to start off with this one. I love this girl. Massively talented, never been in a huge movie, but also a great, well, that's not true, Aladdin. I'm talking about Naomi Scott as Daphne. I think she's got the acting chops. I think she could pass for a high school senior, let alone a college age person, even though she's a little bit older. Great talent. She's stunningly beautiful. So, Rob, 1 to 10 on Naomi Scott.
I like her. I give her a 9.
Going to go a 9 on that. Oh, but also in Power Rangers, by the way. She's going to give her a 9. Jonathan, Naomi Scott.
7.
Another 7 from Jonathan. Ray.
Go 8.
Oh, Ray likes this one.
Yeah, I do. I like I like that pick.
All right. So starting off Naomi Scott, we got an 8. All right. Next up, we're going to go to a person who is a dramatically fantastic actress. And I just so happen to personally think she is also probably the most beautiful actress in all of Hollywood right now. Lily James. Lily James as
You
Daphne.
would put Lily James in Scooby-Doo?
Oh, hell yes, I'd put Lily James in Scooby-Doo because Daphne needs her. So, Rob, what do you think about Lily James as Daphne?
Well, okay, look. I'd go 10 on that, but I can't see her being in the show. Like, I don't want to denigrate my Lily James by putting her in Scooby-Doo, but since you're not asking me to that, I'm going to give her a 10.
Yeah, 10.
Lily James gets a 10 out of 10 always. Even in Yesterday when they tried to make her look dowdy.
She was in
Even when you try to make her look dumpy, she's
You
the hottest
can't.
person on screen.
She was in Iron Claw, right? Oh, Eagle.
Yes,
Iron Claw?
yes, she was, and in Baby Driver,
Yeah.
and yeah.
And to which I would give her perfect 10s across the board for this a 3. We're talking about putting her in this, so no, she's not
Oh,
suited for
does
this.
not-
She's suited beyond this.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. But since you didn't say that as part of the question, I'm still giving her a 10.
All right.
All right, Ray.
6.
6 for Ray.
I can't
only
believe-
because I can't see her taking this.
You know, in 10 years, I'm
Wait,
going to
I'm
remind
not
you.
asking you guys if you can see her taking the role. I'm saying, what would you think of her in the role?
But I've spoken
6.
to her agents already, and they already told me no. So
6.
10 years from now, I'm going to say you just gave Lily. You remember the time you gave Lily James a 6, Ray? Remember that?
All right, let's move on to the next person.
I don't know what the time I gave her 3.
Next person is kind of like Naomi Scott. She's a double threat. She's a great actress, I believe an Academy Award nominated actress, also a terrific singer, and as bonus points, she's dating, maybe engaged, to the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills,
Oh boy.
Haley Steinfeld, the one girl in the entertainment industry my wife has an absolute crush on. Also part Filipino, if I'm not mistaken. I think that she's part Filipino. Anyway, she's great. I've liked her in
She's great.
everything she's been in and everything she's done. I think she's terrific, and I could see her pulling off a Daphne. Ray, or Jonathan, or Rob, 1 to 10.
I'm going to give her an 8.
Gonna go for an 8 for Rob. Jonathan
Yeah, I could see her as Daphne. I'll give her an 8.
and Ray.
9.
Ray gives this first 9 of the
See
day.
her in this role, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally see her
I
for Daphne.
love
She's
whenever
great.
she's on screen. She's
Yeah, she's terrific. All right. So we did Naomi, we did Haley. I'm going to go another one here that some of you guys may say too good for Scooby-Doo.
Too good.
Too good for Scooby-Doo.
Too good.
And I get that. She is an award-winning actress on both television and movies. She's got a movie in theaters right now called Challengers. I'm talking Zendaya. Zendaya as Daphne. Now, again, listen, let me just cut this off at the knees before anybody goes in there. But the cartoon
Yeah,
Daphne was
I
right.
know.
Yeah. All the studio heads have already admitted many, many times that in that era, they were pretty racist on keeping other people out of TV shows and movies. So just because they used racist tropes at the time to decide what kind of characters they would have in TV shows and movies doesn't mean you have to keep doing it today.
But they did
So
have the
that's
Harlem Globetrotters on the cartoon.
They did have
So I'll give them that.
That's right. They gave them that. Now, that doesn't mean you have to like the Zendaya pick for its own merits. But anyway, Rob, what do you think about Zendaya?
Well, I like Zendaya as an actress. I just don't see her as Daphne. I'd see her more as a Velma, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I
We'll
can
get
see
to
you doing
Velma.
that. Yeah.
But I'm as Daphne. I'm gonna give her a 6.
Okay, Jonathan?
I'll go 4.
Oh, 4. Really doesn't like the pick. Ray.
5.
5 for Ray. Okay. So that brings us to the final pick.
The final.
These are in no particular order. This is a person who's been part of our entertainment landscape for, decades now. And yet she continues to do it. She's incredibly talented, really beautiful. I think she could be great in it as long as she can fake a good American accent, which I've heard her do, so she's pretty good. From the world of Harry Potter, Emma Watson as a Daphne. Now, I think this girl's a terrific talent.
That's so crazy. It just might work.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So what do you think about that one, Rob?
I like that pick. I think I'm gonna go 9 for her.
Oh, you're going to go high as a 9?
Yeah, I think it's good. But John, I got to tell you something. Since you brought this up, I saw a trailer for the new Strangers movie.
Yes.
I don't know who the lead actress in that movie is.
It's not Emma Watson.
Daphne. I'm thinking I don't know who she is. I don't know her name. I don't think I've ever seen her before. She's a redhead. Loved her. Daphne. That was the first thing when you asked about Scooby-Doo and who we cast. That was the first thing that popped into my mind. I'm going to say her too.
Oh,
I don't know who
okay,
that
I
is.
see. I see that.
Anyway,
I see.
all right.
See that?
Jonathan.
I'm going to go, like I said, I think it's just so crazy. It just might work. So I'll go 9.
Yeah.
Okay, Ray.
I'll go 7.
Going 7. All right.
But I have a pick. If she were way younger, I would have picked. Remember Nikki Cox from that one show?
Oh my God.
One TV sitcom.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I
Dude, that was like 25 years ago.
Yeah,
I
if
need
she
a
was
name
younger,
of the,
she
I need a
could-
name of the show.
What was her?
Oh, what was, by the way,
And there was like a
It was the one with the
that's
one
a
guy.
great pick, though. But she's
Gold-
like 50.
It's the one
Yeah,
with the
that was
Goldberg.
30 years over.
Goldfish. Bob Gold. It's that one sitcom with that one guy.
Goldwait.
Yeah.
Bobcat Goldthwait?
Yeah.
I don't remember the
Nikki
show.
Cox was really big in her time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll look it up and then you could go on though.
All right.
Unhappily Ever After.
All right, I never saw that one.
Oh.
All right.
That's good.
Let's now move on to Shaggy.
Okay. This is the linchpin character, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this is now Matthew Lillard played him great.
Great,
I
Shaggy.
thought in the old, just like Freddie Prinze did Fred great.
Right.
So, man, this one was tough trying to pick out some names here. The first one I'm going to come out of the gate with, I'm not the biggest fan in the world of this guy, but he can be really funny. And in a role playing something like Shaggy, I could dig it. Pete Davidson as Shaggy. Again,
Oh, dude, that's
I'm not the biggest
The
fan.
problem
of the
is that he is Shaggy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
he
that-
is. That's the problem. He is Shaggy. I don't know, Rob. What do you think about Pete Davidson? as
dude.
Shaggy?
I gotta hand it to you. I'm going 10 on that.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, he is Shaggy. Maybe it's typecasting. I don't care. I can already see it right now in my mind's eye. I want to see. I'll watch this show of Pete Davidson's Shaggy.
All right, Jonathan.
He's strong in the force. I'll give him a 9.
9 for Jonathan. Ray.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Ray,
10.
Ray pulls out his first 10 card.
Yeah, definitely.
And if he brought a little Pete Davidson to Shaggy,
That's of course he's.
that
yeah.
I think
interpretation
he's
of the
brought
character.
Shaggy to Pete Davidson.
You know,
so-
just play the character he played in Dumb Money. And you've kind of got and put some weed in his hand.
Yeah.
And you've got Shaggy.
Yeah, I mean, Shaggy was a stoner anyway. They just couldn't
Yeah.
say it.
All right. So we started with Pete Davidson.
Okay,
Now,
I don't think you need to go through the rest.
now, I got a couple others I like. Now, this other guy, never seen him in a role like this. Never seen him in a role like Shaggy. But recently he showed us he could do a lot of different things. And I would love to see him get a character he can just go crazy with. I'm talking about maybe the best actor of his generation, Timothy Chalamet.
Oh.
We
What are
just saw him
Zendaya,
play.
Timothy Chalamet. What are we
We
doing
just
here?
saw him play Wonka and the Muad'Dib. I think you let
I
him
would
go nuts.
love to see him play this part.
I would like. Okay, okay. I would love
see
to
him
see.
play.
I'd love to see Zendaya and Timothy doing these in a Scooby-Doo film, but not on a Netflix.
Did you
series.
ever see the Saturday Night Live sketch where him and I can't remember if it was Pete Davidson, but him and his best friend or a rap group, and they're on a talk show.
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
like,
Was
what,
it him
they're
and
talking about the
Justin
history of hip hop, and they're like, what makes true hip hop? And it's like it's Timothy Chalamet all
Oh, those are
decked
great.
out. He goes,
Those are great.
It's all about the yeet yeet.
Yeah, it's all about
Like,
and
I'm
he
like-
couldn't even keep a straight face.
and all I can think about is that character when I thought of Shaggy. I thought it's Timothy Chalamet.
The thing is, I mean, Pete Davidson's a little on the nose, but Timothy Chalamet could take the character in a different direction. I'm there for that, John. I think that's a good pick.
Like I said, cinematically, yeah, but it's
And when you see him on talk shows and stuff, and when he's promoting movies and things, and his personality, I think that's you know what? I'm gonna give him a 9, dude.
You're gonna go a 9.
I'm going 9.
Jonathan? Big sigh.
6.
6 for Jonathan and Ray.
I'm with Rob 9.
Going on a 9.
I just want to see him take
Dude,
the role.
Yeah, I mean, he's the
Zendaya.
biggest actor of his generation. He could do something really cool with it. Okay. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Miracle Made. Did you know that your temperature at night can have one of the greatest impacts on your sleep quality? If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Inspired by NASA, Miracle Made uses silver-infused fabrics and makes temperature-regulating bedding so that you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. When they arrived at our house, my wife Ann loved the feel of them so much, she couldn't even wait for me to get home to put them on our bed. Miracle Made has self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. Miracle Sheets also have incredible comfort and quality. Miracle Sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. So go to TryMiracle, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you will get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to TryMiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's TryMiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Let's move on to this one now as well. Okay, so We've been talking about some guys that maybe fit the role too well. This one might be guilty of that too. But, and I got a low-res picture. Sorry about this, guys, but you'll know who I'm talking about. He has done well on television. He's done really good in video games. And I could see him playing a really good Shaggy. We're talking about the Sword of Joker from Gotham and a Jedi himself, Cameron Monaghan. I think this dude, if you hand him a role like Shaggy, I think he could be pretty fun. I think he could be really good in that. Anyway, Rob, what would you think about Cameron Monaghan?
Is he too handsome?
Nah.
Nah.
I don't know. I mean,
You can unhandsome people.
I don't think he's got
With
the
makeup.
fun factor of our other. I'm gonna go 6.
6. Okay, Jonathan.
I think I want to seal the deal. 10.
Whoa,
Wow.
Jonathan pulls out his 10 card.
Wow.
Okay.
I like that. Huh?
Ray?
Well, I'll go 5, baby. Because
Go
I don't know enough of him. I can't. So I'm just gonna go 5. I'm gonna trust you guys on your guys' judgment right here.
All right. This next one, I got to admit, I'm not even big on. And he's too old. But I could see
Steve
a Hollywood casting person putting him in there. So I thought I'd put him on this list. He was really big like 10 years ago. And he's still a name. He was just in the biggest film of the year last year. Michael Cera.
Oh,
Michael Cera as a Shaggy.
Oh,
Now, Greg,
man.
listen, I'm understanding he's too old for. I get
Is
it.
he though?
I get
He's
it.
good. Bringing the Kenobi vibes to Shaggy could be good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really feeling this pick, but there's something about it that just compelled me to put him on.
just feel
Will
like
Smith in live chat is saying 11.
I just feel like he played ironically. So
Maybe?
if that's what you're going for and meta, then yes.
Okay, Rob, what do you think?
Like Chalamet, he brings something new, and I like this pick a lot. I'm gonna give him a 9.
All right, a 9, Jonathan.
I'll go 8.
8 for
I'll
Jonathan.
go 8 as well.
8 for Ray as well. Okay, now
Because we understand that Shaggy's always with Scooby, right? Like
Yeah.
that they're like buddy. So I'm taking that into account too. And I think Sarah would do well interacting with whatever they're using, a CG dog or whatever.
all right, last guy, and this is a really out of the park, like way in left field kind of pick. Granted, because there is one big clear problem with this pick. But if you decide, in the sense that he's too old to play the role, but if you decide that rather than a college classmate of the rest of the gang, he's like the older weed dealer who lives in the frat house up the street.
Michael Keaton.
Little.
I think there's something to be here.
Don't-
I'm saying
Christopher Walken. Hey,
Shaggy
You
is
know.
Jack Black. Again, you'd have to be able to redefine how you see a Shaggy. Like, instead of being a classmate of theirs, he's like the older
No
weed
doubt.
dealer up there with his talking
Yeah.
no
dog.
doubt he can play that.
If we were like High Fidelity era when that came out, like yes.
Sonic
Now-
Death Monkey.
Yeah, exactly. Nice pull.
So
But-
I'm getting some people saying 1,000, 109. Some are saying no, 0, whatever. But anyway, Rob, again, it would have to be a reimagining
Yeah.
of Shaggy. Granted, like, could you imagine Jack Black playing a Shaggy with his CGI animated dog that talks?
I mean, I could see them together doing their own, like the adventures of older Shaggy and Scooby, but I can't see him being
Shaggy
Shaggy with
the golden and
Yeah, the
years.
gold-
Golden
years.
years.
I can't see him being Shaggy with this other cast we've got. I can't see it.
All right, so
But it's a good. I'm gonna give him a 4.
a 4. Jonathan?
Yeah, man. I got a 2.
All right, 2 for Jonathan. Ray?
Yeah, a 6.
A 6. All right. So that does it for our Shaggy picks. Now the interesting one. Velma. Because Velma has got to be able to come across like the smartest person in the room, can pull off a little nerdy, but secretly, like there's a reason why, there's a reason why at Halloween, a lot of girls who want to, what do they say in, what's the name of the movie with the plastics?
Oh,
Graduate.
Mean Girls?
What's that? Mean Girls, right?
Mean Girls.
And Mean
What?
Girls say girls love Halloween because it's the
Yeah,
one time a
the
year you get to dress slutty. Is that the line in Mean Girls? We
Yeah.
love Halloween is one, but a lot of them will choose to dress as Velma. So she's got to be able to come across as the smartest girl in the room. Got to be able to come across as kind of geeky.
I got it.
But also have kind of a low key, real cuteness to her too at the same time, right? So that person should have all that.
I mean,
All right.
that's why I was thinking Zendaya, but honestly, she played that in Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
She played more tomboy than geek, I think, in Spider-Man. But anyway, that's.
I got this.
I don't have Zendaya on the list.
You
Just so
better
you
have
know.
this name on that list.
All right, so we're gonna start with this one. Again, I'm not the biggest fan in the world of her as an actress, but I could all those things I just described. Velma needs to be. I could see Millie Bobby Brown playing that. She can come across as geeky and nerdy. She can portray herself strong, like the smartest person in the room, and she's got a cuteness to her. So I'm going to throw Millie Bobby Brown up there on the list for your consideration. Rob, what do you
I
think?
think it's a good choice. I'm going to give her an 8 because the thing is, secretly, Velma's the girl you really want to be dating. You know, and
Right.
now they've sort of changed her so she doesn't, maybe wouldn't date you. But I would, you know, Velma was always the person. Like Daphne, too much trouble. But Velma, she'll rock your world.
John, no comment. Jonathan.
I'm just trying to process this. So I'll go a 7.
A 7 on Millie Bobby
Same.
Brown. Ray?
Same.
Same? Okay, 7 for Millie Bobby Brown. All right. Let's move on to the next person here. I only just saw her in another thing recently, and I'm forgetting what it was. But she, of course, is no stranger to anybody with a television over the past, 10 plus years, because she was a Stark on Game of Thrones. Maisie Williams, Arya, as a Velma. I think she can pull off smart. I think she can pull off geeky. I think she can pull off that low key cuteness sort of thing. And I just really like her as an actress. So I'm gonna submit to you, Maisie Williams. Rob, what do you think?
9. I think it's a great choice.
9 on Maisie Williams. Jonathan,
I agree, 9.
9 on that. Oh, we seem to cross board. People like it, Ray.
8.
8. Okay, so some pretty solid responses for Maisie Williams. All right. Let me go on to our second final one. Or was that no, that was
You're on the third one.
Now we're on our third one. Okay. I was first introduced to this girl in a terrific little movie a couple of years ago. She's continued to go on to do really, really good things. She was in Olivia Wilde's directorial debut, Booksmart. I'm going to say Caitlin Denver? I always
Deaver. It's
Deaver or Deaver. I always
Wasn't she cast in The Last of Us?
and she's going to be in
Yeah,
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, she was her and Jonah Hill's sister both killed it in Booksmart. I just fell in love with both of them in that. And I think she could pull off a really good Velma. Anyway, Rob, what do you think?
I agree too. I mean, I would go at 8 with her. I think that's a good choice.
Oh, she was in that Hulu movie.
Yeah. The yes.
No one could save. Oh, yeah.
No one can save you or something like
yeah,
that?
and she was really good
Yeah,
in that.
she was actually.
Jonathan, what do you think about her?
Yeah, I'll go a 7.
7 on that. Ray for Caitlin?
I'll go 9.
Oh, a 9
Yeah.
on that one. Okay,
her.
Ray pulls out a 9 ball. All right, now we got 2 left here. So 2 years ago, I had never heard of this actress. Today, she is one of my favorite in the business. She was recently in a really, really good TV show, and then she followed that up a month or two later by being in one of the greatest seasons of television I have ever seen. Anna Sawai. I believe that's how you say her last name. Anna Sawai. Of course, she was in Monarch. She was just in Shogun. She is incredible. And I think she could play this role amazingly. So I see a lot of 15s in the live chat for Anna. Anyway, Rob, what do you think about Anna playing Velma?
Okay, I'm gonna admit something, John. She's my new celebrity crush.
Hey.
It's not a bad one.
I
man.
watch her on behind the scenes in interviews. She's also a pop singer. I have a script I'm working on. I want her to play the female romantic lead in it. I love her to death. I don't care what she plays. But yes, 10, 100%.
Somebody in the live chat was like, how do you say 10 in Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. Okay, Jonathan.
I'm gonna go 8.
8 for Jonathan. Ray,
I got 9.
a 9 on that one.
Seems like a strong front runner here, though.
All right, now I haven't told any of you guys who are actually my picks out of these ones.
I was
These are
wondering
just
about
all roll, like people who I could kind of envision. I want to submit it to everybody else, see what they thought of it. But I do have a definitive pick for Velma.
And it's the next one.
And this is the next person. Now, this is my personal 10.
This better be
for
the
this.
name I'm thinking of.
And it's not just that I think she's a really good actress. I think she is perfect for this role. She can come across as the smartest in the room. She can absolutely pass herself off as really geeky. And if you want the Velma to have that low-key sexiness, she can bring that to the screen too. I submit to you guys the name Jenna Ortega for Velma. Jenna Ortega for Velma is what I'm going to throw out there. Rob, what would you think about Jenna Ortega for Velma?
Great casting. I mean, maybe a little too close to Wednesday in a way, but I think she would be great as Velma. She'd be perfect. You know, I would give her an 8.
All right, Jonathan?
I think if Wednesday wasn't a thing, then I would be higher up. So I'm going to give her a 5.
But I mean, let me throw, both of you guys have mentioned Wednesday. This is a totally different character from
I know,
Wednesday.
but-
This is an 100% different
They're
character.
still dealing with the supernatural and
Okay.
Yeah, and she's still got that. I see Velma as having her kind of genre of attitude.
Okay.
know?
Ray, what about you?
I give her an 8.
Give her an 8.
And
Now,
you
Rob,
didn't-
Ray, you seem to have somebody specific in mind.
I just was thinking the obvious, like Kat Denning.
Sydney Sweeney.
Kat Denning. Oh, Sydney Sweeney, maybe I could see as a Daphne. I don't think I could see her as a Velma.
Sexy Velma, man. Look up Sexy Velma on the internet.
She already played that in Madam Web.
It's-
She's like, oh, I got my glasses
she
on.
did.
I'm ugly.
Yeah,
She
you know
did
what?
play it in
And
Madam
she was
Web.
a terrible Velma
Yeah.
in Madam Web. I could see her play a lot of things.
I-
The hot love interest with Glenn Powell in Anyone But You. I could see her doing a lot of stuff like that. I don't see her as Velma.
I have someone, and she's in the Netflix family. It would be Kiernan Shipka, who was in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and she was in Mad Men as a
Oh,
little girl.
yeah.
That's a good one.
I would like
That's
to
not
see
a
her as
bad one,
Velma.
too.
I mean, if she was younger, maybe Jenna Fisher from The Office.
She's like approaching 50.
Oh, if she was younger, that's what.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah,
Should
but
never
yes,
stop
a
you, John.
young Jenna Fisher easily would have been a good Velma. Yes, I'll give you that one too. All right, guys, this was just a fun. I threw out a bunch of names. Some of them you probably liked, some of them you probably didn't like. Do you got some other names that maybe we're missing out on? Were some of these picks ones that really struck a chord with you? Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.